Mics, check. Music cued, check. Presenters ready. Well, 2 out of 3's not bad. This is TigerTails Radio. Radio killed the video star.
How can this be?
Which radio? TigerTails Radio.
It's perfect.
Internet radio has never been so fuzzy.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
We have an echo.
We have a lot of echo.
We have feedback. Welcome to our live performance.
There we go.
Somebody forgot to turn the sound off.
Someone didn't realise the sound was on. Didn't know it was on to know to turn it off. Because I wasn't the last one to use the studio.
Ooh, who was it?
That would be me.
Ooh. Allow me once more.
Please.
Yes. But welcome to Season 12, Episode 51 of TigerTails Radio. Go hurrah!
We are literally at the end.
Yeah, nearly. I am TK. Over there on the sofa, there is a Xavier.
Hello.
And a Hedgie.
Hello.
Okay, interesting. I'm gone now. Bye.
Oh god.
Tired.
We've gotten to the end of... Well, this is an extended season because of moving again in the middle of a season.
Yeah.
But an extended season, and the season that potentially may have never happened, considering everything went, hey, lock you down.
Hey, it's 2020. Guess what?
Yeah. Remember when we thought it was going to be great because it was the return of the 20s? Well, we basically got prohibition and depression.
I hear you,
So,
Mitch. Are you pointing your mic at your face?
It is.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you're not mute and I can't hear you.
One day, he will have a mic
Plugged in.
that will actually pick him up. One day.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
How's that?
Still bad.
Oh.
Wiggle the cable some more.
Because that's healthy.
How's that?
Nope, still dead.
Flicking the microphone.
Why? There's no sound
Got a
coming out of
shit
it.
mic edge.
Well, no, I think it's the cable.
Cable's fine on every other mic it goes into.
Well, it was fine on this mic last week.
I would say take it out, but phantom power's on. That would be a bad thing. Is there a switch for that mic to turn it on?
How about that?
Oh my god, you're registering through mine.
How's that?
Nope.
No? Well, it's on.
You're making buzzing sounds.
Fucking hell. Welcome to TigerTails Radio. We break shit.
We get to break shit in the first 20 minutes, yeah.
This was something that was, you know, from season
weird.
4.
I'm going to do an emergency, I think.
Oh god.
What?
I'm going to play a piece of emergency music that won't have a proper title card. Well, so we can turn phantom power off.
Yay. So hello everybody. Terribly sorry. Bye.
Bye.
Back in a moment, folks. Let's get a bit of backing music to start with.
Yes.
And the title card. There we go.
Ooh.
And now for the emergency music.
Has he turned the mics off yet?
Middle class is magical, a safe world free from strife. Let bad things happen to other folk while you read Country Life. Buy an Arga, wear a monsoon dress, get your food from M&S. Own an iPhone, watch Bear Grylls, take antidepressant pills. Middle class is magical, drive a 4x4 to school. Keep 3 sorts of hummus in your fridge, make over your downstairs loo. Learn to salsa, ski and verbier. Drink too much Chilean Chardonnay. Ignore the homeless, don't mind burkers. Condescend to migrant workers. When all the world is middle class, there'll be no poverty or starvation. 'Cause we'll all grow our own march to and Myleene class will rule the nation. Because middle class is magical. Join us and you'll see. You're already halfway there 'cause you're not watching ITV. Yes, middle class is magical. What matters is what we wear. Let's pay someone else to do the difficult jobs while we work on our hair. Middle class is magical, yeah.
It's like somehow I feel more civilized.
And look at this place, it's so urban.
Quick, gentrify it before the property prices go down.
And the faster we do it, the more time we'll have to tackle the killer Sudoku in today's Independent.
And my work here is done.
There we go.
Hey,
How
back.
about that?
That's better.
Hey, here we go. Apparently there was a problem with the cable not being fully connected with the PIXIE Winses. But now it is.
Hedgie has problems putting it in.
Hedgie has
boys
many
and girls.
problems, boys and girls.
No, I do not.
Oh, yes, you do.
Hedgie can't put it in the hole.
I will have you notice I am perfectly good at getting my 3 prongs into the 3 holes. It's just this mic wasn't happy with me putting them in. So, you know.
Hedgie was trying to
I know.
put it in without consent from the microphone.
Microphone said no.
Let's make smutty gags. Yeah. let's-
Okay.
We've kind of started there, so we'll just
Well,
continue.
I mean, I do have my face next to a very phallic microphone, so, you know.
The only phallic thing you'll be next to for a long while, but never mind. It's
Excuse
season
me.
12.
You haven't seen what I've got in my bedroom.
No, because there's so much shit in the way of the door that we can't even open it.
You've just heard the song Middle Class is
The
Magical,
thong?
as used in the TV show Mongrels.
The thong?
Song.
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 We sure?
Oh my god, are you deaf?
It sounded like thong.
I don't want to think with you in
thank
thongs,
you for
thank
playing
you.
the thong. We really like it.
I don't want to think of me in thongs either. I don't have a thong body.
You don't own any thongs.
Hedge has got thongs.
Hedgie can go and burn them.
Well, yes, because he keeps wearing them with socks.
Oh, we're talking about sandals now.
Yeah, the Australian sandals.
Those two as well.
Australian sandals are basically thongs.
Yeah, they're called thongs for some reason. I've no idea. I think they're quite thong.
It's an Australianism, but
Yes.
either way, they need to be burnt and destroyed. Because no.
Excuse me, we found out last week that one of the top 10 trends of 2020 was sandals. And excuse me,
I'm still pretty sure that the entire site is satirical.
it
because
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
This has been going on for the last week, by the way. Just so everyone knows. It didn't just end on the show. No, this carried on.
That's fine. I know what my dress sense is. I'm fucking stuck indoors 24/7.
Mine is nouveau riche.
Nouveau riche.
Currently, is it warm? Yes, you're wearing it. There we go. That's my style.
It's like, are you wearing clothes? Yes, that's
I'm in a
good.
t-shirt. I'm in a Simon's Cat t-shirt today.
Hey, new video came
I mean,
out.
technically, when you're working from
recently.
home, you could do it in literally a bathroom if you wish to.
If you wished to, yes, but considering the temperature of this current season, it would be a case of Antique's wearing a bathrobe over the rest of his clothes.
I don't have a bathrobe.
You don't?
I have a
It's a
smoking
dressing
jacket.
No, he's a smoking,
Smoking jacket,
yeah.
yes.
It doesn't smoke, however, because we don't set him on fire on a regular basis.
Not regularly, anyway.
No, not regularly. So yes, this is season
Not since the
12,
last time.
episode 51. So
The
we are-
penultimate... Hang on.
Hey!
Oh
that,
god.
that doesn't deserve enough. The penultimate show! So gay. As it goes all
Yes.
over all the levels.
Yeah. And yeah,
It
we're coming
breaks
to
the
the end.
levels.
We are coming to the end of season 12. I did not honestly think
We'd get here.
we'd get here, considering what 2020 is like. It's a terrible drink, by the way.
What? 2020 is a drink?
MD 2020.
Oh, I
Never
see,
had
yes.
that.
MD 2020.
Yeah, for good reason.
Don't have
No,
that.
I mean, I've had WD, whatever that is.
No, that's an oil.
WD-40.
No, not WD-40.
You mean
WKD.
Wicked. Wicked.
WKD.
Oh, WKD.
What used to be called Wicked, and then
Yeah.
they thought, it's taking too much room on the bottle. What should we do?
It's not
Call it
trendy enough.
WKD.
Remove the vowels. You know, like most people do in London when they talk.
Like the Welsh.
Is there a consonant? Is there a consonant? Is there a consonant? Is there
Yeah.
a consonant?
Is there a constant consonant?
Can I have a consonant, please, Carol? And another.
Is it a Welsh
And
word?
another.
Actually, well,
another.
Wales is constant consonants. So, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Actually,
Yes.
Klingon is constant consonants.
So Klingon's based on Welsh.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, so here we are again.
Yes.
Content may be a thing. It could indeed
What
happen.
are you watching on your phone?
Clearly, I'm not.
It's
watching
League of
it.
Legends, don't you know?
As long as it's not Classic Clans.
No.
Clash of Clans.
League of Legends.
Oh, God. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, well, the desperate YouTubers are still promoting it.
Yeah.
Really? I thought everyone was promoting Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, that too. Oh.
Wow. For a second, I thought he wasn't going to actually get the memeiest mobile game ever. But considering the adverts have slightly changed from Raid Shadow Legends,
To what exactly?
there's quite a few. It depends on what you're watching.
I mean, it's either
I
Raid
think it's-
Shadow Legends or...
I know if they changed slightly after Carl called them out.
did they?
Carl from Fact
Oh,
Fiends.
yes, yeah.
Because he did a How Not to Do Business involving them, which is quite
Yeah.
funny.
However, if you watch the animations by Flash Kids, they make the adverts for Raid Shadow Legends absolutely brilliant epics. So, yeah.
We should say a quick hello to Cosmic, who's watching on the YouTube feed. I can see him in the comments.
What did he say?
He said, cheers all, look at me watching on the YouTube on the laptop today. Hello.
Does this mean he's out and about?
Maybe.
Especially since
yes.
he's got a dedicated profile for being
Out and about.
out and about, apparently.
Yeah, why not?
In a bit.
Means I'm going to have to keep me on the YouTube feed now. Damn it.
No, it means that you'll have to pretend to keep an eye on the YouTube feed and then bitch at other people for not.
Well, in fairness, it's not my job, so... I'm here pressing all the buttons.
Except when he wants to bitch at me. It's like, oh, I see you're doing shit. Let me bitch at you.
That's because I can see you on my screens.
I've got a Google thing that I can bitch at you through.
Oh, God.
I have a Google machine. There is one on my desk here, and there is one upstairs in my room. And the one upstairs in my room has a screen, so I can do things with it.
Cosmic says, nope, I'm just on the sofa waiting for a friend to bring his drill by. Again, because I mismeasured twice. It's supposed to be measure twice, cut once.
Yeah, but this is drilling.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about cutting.
Yeah, this is drilling, not cutting.
I mean,
Measure 15 times, drill 5.
Well,
that sounds like how the London Underground was created.
yeah, it's like,
Really?
if we're talking about hanging shelves, it's one of those mythical, magical algorithms where you sit there and you go, I want to be that. I will measure this. It's going to end up something else.
I'll put a spirit level down. And all the time, I'll be watching the spirit level, and as soon as that last screw is finished going in, somehow it'll be wonky. It'll be perfectly level the entire rest of the operation.
Yes.
It's called DIY. You do it yourself.
You damage it yourself.
Yeah, there's that as well. So yes, this is TigerTails Radio Season 12. We are coming to the end.
Yes.
So we
will
be sacrificing Hedgie in the yearly ritual that is the end of the season.
Whereupon I come back with even more hair, looking like a gorgeous wizard who has the power of necromancy.
Sadly, that happens off air, and then when the season restarts, we get withered old haggard Hedgie again.
We get thingy.
Maybe this time I'll come back with red eyes. I think I should.
We are ending the season on
You tattoo your
367 subscribers. So
you say that, we've got a whole week left.
I know we've got a whole
They
week.
could drop even further.
But the potential target for getting Echo Gun, who I notice is also not with us.
Echo
again.
Pied, yeah.
Echo Pied is a little ways away. Getting to 400 might be achievable, but we'll see how the survivability of 2021 is.
Yeah.
That's a thing for 2021. Oh dear. So yeah, how is everyone's week? Let's start with TK and the potential of, I don't know, putting balloons to his head so he can raise static health.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, we could do it to yours as well.
I know.
We could do it to the ones in the middle. It'd be hilarious. You can make both of them stand up.
I know. It's great fun.
Whereas Hedge goes, I've got your hair in the middle.
Well, I have a little bit. It's not much.
I have all of it.
That's all outside now.
How has your week been, TK?
Boring.
Boring.
Yeah, well, no, boring's not the right word. I mean, work happened during the week, which works normally does. And then I've not been writing this week because NaNoWriMo finished and I've beaten the challenge with over 60,000 words.
He's managed to consistently do a 2-hour slot every single day for a month. And
Yeah.
the moment the competition ends, well, I'm a procrastinator.
No, it was like, fuck that, I'm knackered, I'm having a couple of weeks off.
Couple of weeks off. What does that mean? That means next November.
No, well, the season ends on day 14 of the month. That is a couple of weeks.
I see.
So I'm going to get TigerTails Radio out of the way and finished. Then we can disassemble the studio, or at least start to.
Yeah.
And then after that is been and done, and I know I need to purchase to rebuild the studio, and actually try and rebuild it properly this time.
Well, actually build it, because this is the studio we set up when we moved in.
This was thrown together when we moved in. We haven't actually assembled it yet. It's just been built.
It was a case of we had to get everything in and we had to get the studio reassembled purely because it was like, well, we filled the room with boxes. I would like to have a usable room at some point in the future. Let's empty all the boxes. And this happened, so, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking drilling.
Was it?
Well, a lot of screwing because I had to put shelves up. All of your shelves were fully put up, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, all my shelves come kind of pre-assembled.
Yeah, and the rack was mostly.
Yeah, the rack was just installed.
In.
Yeah. The only thing I've added to the rack since has been the tray for the network switch.
Yes, the wonderful network switch, which was just a little bit too small.
Well, I knew it was going to be too small. That's why I bought the tray for it.
Yes.
Because I knew it wasn't a rack-mounted network switch. But it came a little bit smaller than I expected.
That was a fun time. So yeah, so we've got that to look forward to. So outside of that, have you been doing anything else?
I've vegetated in front of YouTube a lot. I watched the entirety of Season 3 of The Lion Guard in a single sitting, as you do.
Yeah, well,
there's only 20 episodes in this series, so it's not too long. About 20 minutes an episode. You can get 3 in an hour.
yeah, that's not too bad considering.
It's an evening, well, afternoon, evening. Listen to the Grand Prix as well, which was really sad.
Why was it sad?
Lewis Hamilton wasn't in it this time because he's got coronavirus.
Why?
He's got coronavirus.
Oh, I see.
So he had George Russell replace him, who was a newbie.
Oh.
And this was going to be like his first proper time in an F1 race, his first experience. And he qualified in second behind Valtteri Bottas.
Really?
So it was Mercedes 1-2 again on the grid. And the start of the race, he actually took the lead and was leading for a good chunk of the Grand Prix.
Okay.
So this complete noob,
Yep.
never done a Formula 1 race in his life,
Really?
was leading the race,
Right, okay.
thus showing the Mercedes are OP when it comes to their cars.
Well, about bloody time.
So, how did he do? Or was he ordered to drop back because he was
No.
like, oh, okay.
No, they let them race and it was all good.
Yeah.
Until they had a pit stop, which seemed to go okay.
Yep.
Until it transpired that they put the wrong tyres on his car.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
So he had to come back in again.
Oh.
And then about 5 or so laps from the end, he got a puncture and had to go in and get a new set of tyres.
God.
Yeah,
So
that fucked him
he
up.
ended up in about 8th or 9th or something.
Oh.
And
That's still impressive considering you had to do 3 pit stops.
yeah. And considering the last pit stop was like right near the end of the Grand Prix, and he kind of dropped back to like 12th or something.
Wow.
And he managed to get back up to 8th in like 3 or 4 laps. And then Mercedes got like a massive fine for running on a mixed set of tyres.
Ow.
They
God.
screwed up Valtteri Bottas's pit stop as well.
Oh, no.
They ended up having to stick one of the wheels back on because they couldn't get the new wheel on. And
Hey.
yeah, exactly that.
But then, yeah, that does kind of prove that a guy that's never raced against these people before can lead the race in, you know, a super powerful car.
Was this them
to
out
give
of
him his
practice?
credit,
Yep.
to give him his credit, he went to GP3 and won it in his first season.
Okay.
He went to GP2 and won it in his first season.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I thought you meant he'd never been in a race before.
Not
As
an
in,
F1 race.
He was literally, congratulations, you got your driving test. Here's your car.
Yeah, no, they don't do that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're not the Red Bull team who have
Okay.
the Toro
So you
Rosso
mean
as
he's
backup.
he's a new driver to Formula 1?
Yes.
Right. Okay. I thought you meant he was a new driver. Full stop.
No, they
As
wouldn't
in-
let him anywhere near an F1
Yeah.
car.
I was
if that
going to
was the
say,
case.
right? We'd like you want to do motorsport. Here, this car's free.
Yeah, you've got to remember, we've seen Hammond, I believe it was, in an F1 car.
Yeah.
And he struggled to keep it at the speed to keep the tyres sticking to the fucking track.
Yeah, he struggled to get it warm enough to work.
Yeah.
So, poor little Richard Hammond. And he left a big trail of brown as he went around.
Well, it's like he probably couldn't see over the steering wheel.
Oh, he could, because, Formula 1 drivers aren't exactly the tallest of people, generally speaking.
But it's weird having so many races close up, because last week there was a race as well. And Grosjean decided that he didn't want to race anymore, and so disappeared into a big ball of fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
dear.
had an accident like 140 miles an hour,
Oh.
crashed into an alcove barrier,
Oh,
which
dear.
tore his car in half,
Oh.
and set it ablaze.
Ah.
Yes. Which he was lucky to escape reasonably uninjured. He had some burns on his ankles and hands,
Oof.
but that was about it. Maybe some cracked ribs as well, I don't know, but he was walking and talking and stuff. And just
He
a
was
few bandages.
alive. The word
Very
we're looking
much
for
alive.
is alive.
Unlike most other people who have that kind of severity of accident, who end up very, very dead.
Yes.
And yeah,
The
but
kind of conversation that you expect in Formula 1. It's like, you're alive. Be grateful.
I mean,
walk it
technically,
off.
technically Michael Schumacher was alive.
until he went skiing.
Yeah. Right. He was still alive. He just wasn't actually able to do anything.
Yeah, so now Grosjean's out for a little while, but good. He looks like he's recovering fast, which is a good thing. Because as much of a menace as he's on the track, he's actually a nice guy. So but he is a menace. Will you stop fucking around on your phone? You're as bad as Echo.
So that was your week, was it? Basically writing and watching Formula 1.
Not writing.
Well, not
Vegetating in front of
writing.
YouTube
Oh, yeah.
and watching the line guard and not
Yeah.
writing as much as possible.
Yes. Whereas my week was mostly filled with work, some watching of stuff in the background, actually getting some streams done, because last weekend wasn't really feeling it. This weekend managed to get the streams done, as well as editing video, because
Yeah.
I am loving streaming Steam stuff. I am really loving streaming Steam stuff.
I'm noting a detection of sarcasm.
It's Sony Vegas 17 on Steam. That's
It's
best
not
per-
Sony.
Not Sony. Vegas on Steam. It's like, okay,
Magic's Vegas 17.
okay, can I use this via the stream feature? Yes, I can. Awesome! I will do all my editing in the living room. And it's actually been relatively good quality once the Wi-Fi's decided not to have a fucking fit, because it's like, I see you have Wi-Fi. I see you have Wi-Fi there. I see you have Wi-Fi there. I see you have Wi-Fi there. Everyone goes, oh, well, it's... And it's like, we have two Wi-Fis that sit there and compete. But they also go fuck off. So it's like, you're connected to Wi-Fi A. Wi-Fi A goes, fuck you. Okay, I'll connect to Wi-Fi B automatically. Wi-Fi B throws a hissy fit and goes, fine, I'll let you connect, but you won't have any internet. Now you can have some internet. Now fuck off. Fine, I'll go back to Wi-Fi A. Wi-Fi A's like, no. Ping, pong, ping, pong. Eventually they'll stabilise, one or the other will stabilise and realise that, you know, their technology, they shouldn't fight and they shouldn't be fucking 12-year-old girls. Not fucking 12-year-old girls, being like fucking 12-year-old girls.
That's just as bad. Maybe you'd want to stop talking and maybe not go down that hole any further.
I will hand that conversation to Hedgie, he can run with it.
Considering Hedgie is wearing the 12-year-old girls, I
He
think
is
that's
wearing
only fair.
12-year-old girls, yes. Okay, cool. Yes, pretty much. Anime is good for certain things, but
You know,
judging
NASA
age...
scientists have been shouted at for less.
Yeah, and then people went, why?
Yeah, so this is the thing. It was like, it was his favourite shirt.
it was
but
made by for him
professionalism.
by a woman.
But the thing is, it's like, some level of professionalism I would critique him on. It's like, if you're gonna go in on TV, maybe a shirt and tie, maybe a jacket.
It was a shirt.
Not necessarily your favourite shirt from your wife. I would not go, we're going to end your career. Because there is a dramatic difference between professionalism, childish fucking tantrums.
Yes, there is.
So yeah, so my week managed to get some editing done. Work, but it's, the hectic busy bit seems to have stopped. Ish, and we're now going into Christmas where it's like all of the businesses that are still kind of operating should theoretically be closing down. If they're really smart, they'll go, you know what? We'll let you all go home early. What do you mean by go home early? Well, it's December. Go home early.
As
Come
stop
back.
working for the year.
Come back in January.
Yeah.
Why? Because we don't want to have to pay for shit.
Well, that's what I'm doing this year. I've actually got holiday time, which I actually need to put on my thing. I need to remember that. Because I took Christmas Eve and then the 3 working days that come between Christmas and New Year's.
I do that occasionally, but I've not done it this year.
First time in 7 years I've bothered to do it.
So he will sit at home
I will.
in front of his computer,
Or
vegging out.
I might go and see Shades.
No, he might try
Well,
to go on the train.
this is why it's a might.
Yeah.
I might see Shades. It all depends on what the railways do.
It's like the first time I moved out. I know we're ignoring Hedgie's week, but we know what Hedgie's week
we'll come
like.
to that in a moment.
Yeah, but my first time, like, having moved out after a bunch of bullshit stuff that happened on, trying to get home to see the parents over Christmas, it was like, well, you can take a train down. It's like, I've looked. I can't. From Bournemouth to Totton, I can try. So I eventually ended up, my parents picked me up and then took me back home. I like crashed in my brother's room. Which is always a novel sight, because it's like, I consider I'm relatively tidy now, and I've learnt good habits to make sure that my hobbies stay in their little boxes. And then there's my brother's room, where the hobby is in the room. It's like,
Hobby is the room.
Hobby is it does feel that way sometimes, but yeah. Is it like you get to a point where it's like, I have a hobby, I will make sure it's in a room and I will make sure it's organised, and if other people fuck around with it, I will murder them. My brother, not as bad as Hedgie. Hedgie, you can't open the fucking door yet.
Hedgie's room is an explosion.
It's like, anyone wants to get in, they open the door and thud into something, and you have to be doubly sure that it's not Hedgie's dead body. So you go, eat, or it's not crying out, so, you know, it's not Hedgie.
Yeah, dead bodies that often cry out.
Yeah, well, we can never tell in your own.
I mean, there has been times when we've knocked on the door and go, are you in there? Are you still breathing?
Yes. Just in case. So, Hedgie, how has your week been?
My week was a little more involved than before. I had a Zoom meeting on Tuesday and one on Thursday with a couple of creators who were looking for someone to collaborate with. So I spoke to a filmmaker who might be interested in hiring me as an editor and or composer, so it'd be interesting. I've got one coming up next Friday, which should be interesting as well, because that's a group one, so yeah.
It's going to have a group session online.
Yeah, group session online.
Some people call that therapy.
Also, I began writing my first horror short story, which I'm going to turn into a video that's going to be using various footage and effects to basically demonstrate that kind of stuff and everything, which is going to go up on the channel and everything. I'm just throwing at things, seeing what happens. Obviously doing the obligatory applying for jobs and looking for things, and whereupon most of the jobs have dried up, and it's now, would you like to work in a care home? Not really. So
Yes, so we have underlined that there are indeed other sites than Care Homes Are Us that he can look and apply for jobs.
Oh yeah, I'm looking on Indeed, which is a big one. Monster is trying to find anything that's, by the way, do you have 10 years experience in naval engineering? Oh, then sorry, you can't apply on anything with this. It's like, what happened to Monster? Monster used to be for everyone. Now it's literally, right, so you've worked in the army? No.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Every single platform that's utilised for jobs eventually gets to that point where it's flooded by professional people looking for professional people because they're effective at finding professional people. The trick is to find the one that is tailored to the genre of job you're looking for. We've gotten to the point where it's now a case of you have to be subscribed to your own specific website in order to... It's like, wasn't the magazine you had to pick up, especially this is a special reference to the actors one, because what was it?
The Stage.
Lovey Darling.
The Stage, yeah.
Yeah, Lovey Darling. And you had to take out that one for the jobs. Now it's a case of you have a specific corner of the internet where you can apply for jobs. Whereas the job centre went, you know what, our online website that was really fucking good, yeah, we'll get rid of that.
Yeah, that's gone.
Even though that was basically Care Homes Are Us.
It actually wasn't. They actually went out and found lots of people who were looking for work, and it was fan-fucking-tastic. And now it's like, yeah, use other people's websites. Aren't you supposed to be helping people to find jobs? Yeah, by pointing them to other people's third-party websites.
Because that's how that works.
Wow, government cutbacks.
Right, what we've ever run, so
That's
I'm going to
fine.
skip the song.
Yay!
I know. How naughty.
Yes.
Well, it's my show.
Oh, it's his show now.
Yeah.
So he's the tiger that's slapped on the front, even though he's no longer a tiger.
No, he's not. That's
Studio.
That's Studio.
That is not Studio. That is Studio's butch brother.
Yeah, Studio.
That's Studio.
Yeah. We need to clean.
Again. For a second, I thought we needed batteries, but
Which is a shame because you can't get the battery pack out.
no. So, what are we playing, TK? Is there a theme, and are we going to run scream?
Of course, there's a theme. It sounds a little bit like this.
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, giving Cards Against Humanity a run for its money. It's time for Quiplash.
Shall we go to the game?
Yes.
Okay.
There was no thing for the screen. You could stay on camera. That was never going to be the thing, but...
Hey.
I thought it was going to be music, but never mind.
I said we're not doing music!
Boo! Sirid. Siri's lesser known sister.
Schmidty, will you do me a favour and read the room code?
Enter the room code SRID.
Thanks, Schmidty.
Srid.
Sweet.
The real question is if Google's listening, because Google's always listening. You go, okay, Google, do a barrel roll. Thank you, Google.
Okay, Google, stop.
The
And
wonders of
room
having a
code
Google
is
device in the
SRID.
studio. Cupcake. So if you want to play Quiplash, point
Yes.
your internet-enabled device at jackbox.tv. Enter the room code.
Yes.
Sierra Romeo Indigo Delta.
And remember, you can play on anything. A computer, a laptop, a phone, a tablet, you know.
Internet-enabled device.
If it's connected to the internet and has a browser on it, congratulations, you can join in
Technically,
too.
I suppose you can do it with an Apple Watch, but it'd be a bit weird.
Enjoy the screen size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody use those anymore?
Yes.
Really?
It's a major selling point for a very well-known insurance brand that I really should not advertise on the show.
Oh.
Despite
Not sponsored.
Despite wearing shit off the nose from the company.
Put in this room code to play. SRID.
Cosmos.
Oh,
Oh, Cosmos.
yeah,
Cosmos.
you be the banana. You be the banana. Oh, I think it's going to be a quiet one somehow. Everyone's obviously panic Christmas shopping.
I don't mind, I'm just chilling to the music.
The circus theme. The old barrel organ.
Well, carnival-esque, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, it's basically a barrel organ. That's what that new instrument
Rhubarb
is.
is in the middle of tracking a show.
Tracking
A show? Is he
unless he means actually...
through the wilderness with a
Well,
rifle and a copy of TV Times?
No, tracking it as in...
Stalking people?
running it via internet.
That would be called streaming.
No, if you're streaming it, if you're actually tracking it, you're the one running it.
Then you would use the word running, surely.
No.
Tracking is a very specifically used word, like...
Oh, tracking as in
track.
writing music for tracks, yes. Scoring as well. So.
doing musical shit.
Yes.
While the children fight, I'm going to start the game.
Hey.
The room code is SRID.
He likes that button.
I do like that button.
It's a small room.
It's a small room tonight.
It's a small room.
Hey, welcome to Quiplash 3, a history of farts. I'm Schmitty. You'll be hearing my voice throughout the game, unless you put me on mute. Oh, and if you're not in the game, you can still kind of be in the game. Just punch in the room code and join the audience. Round 1 is on deck.
Ooh.
You're about to see a couple of different prompts on your device. Enter your best response for each, then go head-to-head against another player's best stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, and everyone else gets to vote on their favorite. Points are scored based on the percentage of people who choose your response. Let's quip.
I spy lots of 50-50 splits ahead of us.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it.
Ooh, interesting questions.
And now the game of waiting for everyone else to finish writing their novels. Because for some reason, this version of Quiplash has a character limit that's shown on screen, which suddenly becomes a target.
Doesn't always become a target.
Sometimes it becomes an
I'm
obstacle.
excited.
You haven't seen many people play this one. I've seen many people go and try and hit that number.
Let's get the party started with what you call pants when you want everyone to think you're fun. Punching your vote.
What do you call pants when you want everyone to think you're fun? Steve! Pantaloonies!
Allow me to take off Steve.
There's our first 50-50 split.
Next on the docket, a surprising new use for hail.
Nalpan!
Time to pick the one you like
Organic
best.
kitty litter or a substitute for seaweed in gas station sushi.
Still lettuce though, isn't it?
Hey! Gas station sushi wins it.
Cosmic got
Okay,
the
what's
pounding
next?
on that one.
The worst thing to use as a straw.
The worst thing to use as a straw, naked Hedgesaurus.
All right, people, it's voting
Flare
time.
chance.
Is that a person as well?
Chance is not a person.
Okay. What's the chance?
Well, it's large and it's flared.
Yes.
Trousers.
It's the horse dildo.
Okay.
And next is, oddly enough, the Tour de France takes a tiny detour through hell.
Disneyland Paris or Mickey's Parade,
All right,
or the
vote
Channel
for the one you
Tunnel.
like best.
Both of which are scary and terrifying.
And the Channel Tunnel wins it.
Yeah, because Disneyland Paris is currently closed. For the spotty.
You
Who's
survived
the Tour de
round
France?
one, but can you survive the scoreboard?
This should be interesting.
And brief.
Yes. Whoa.
And he's coming in the
Broken
lead.
by that octopus that picks soccer games.
Round 2 is upon us. Put on
Yes.
your best quip face because the points are doubled and the tension is thick.
Much like Edgy.
Doubled and thick. I'm cream.
Okay, we now need to sit there. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, it's a target number. It's a motherfucking target number.
I'm currently at 0 because I cannot think of anything for my second prompt.
Banana. Pineapple. Pineapple pen. Pineapple apple pen. Electric keyboard. I'm just throwing words out to see if it sparks any kind of recognition, because at the moment we've got the spinny symbols above TK's head.
There we go. I'm in.
Hey, we are all in.
Oh, I am so ready for this next part.
I'm not.
Up to bat, we have the title of this player's MasterClass series.
So, the title of Happy Cosmos' MasterClass series, Bad
Pick a winner.
Xmas Puns, or How to Be an Englishman in New York. That's a different band, isn't it? I can't reference that band because YouTube copyright strike.
What? You can't say John hates jazz?
I can't start referencing that song.
And it's a 50-50 split.
Hey!
Puns.
Next we have a sign that your spin instructor hates you.
They tell you class is cancelled,
All right,
but it's
choose your
not.
favorite.
They spit. Go away!
They spin you right round
It's-
like a record bin.
It's like tables, but they've turned. There we go. I'm not playing the fucking song reference game.
I don't even know what spin class is.
A sure sign your therapist has stopped listening to you.
Apparently everyone stopped listening to us. Okay, he died like days ago.
And now,
you
pick
still
your
talk.
favorite.
No
Hear a
one-
click in the dial tone.
No one wrote he started playing Raid Shadow Legends.
There was the sound of a gunshot. But anyway,
Hey, it's another 50-50.
Next up, a catchphrase for a haunted toilet.
something in German? Oh wait. Drop the kids
Decisions,
off to
decisions.
the pool of lost
Choose
souls.
your favorite.
Or no one sees you except me. Haunted toilet, yeah. Let's see.
Yes.
Hey!
The Tiger wins.
Against Jobless Hog, so this could push TK up against
Goodbye, round
Jobless
2,
Hog.
and hello, score.
Yes.
Let's see how
See what
far
happens.
into Hog TK goes. Oh, he goes all the way
By
through.
500 points.
Out the other side.
You come inside and
Much like the
behold
daylight when you shine the
Whiplash,
torch.
a
Oh, it's
final
the
chance
Whiplash.
to make
Yes.
a
I
splash.
like this version.
I'll be
It is,
sending
it's good.
each of you a prompt that needs 3 separate responses. Easy stuff.
Charming.
Sorry.
And the questions.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wow, the fucking... The fucking character limit on this is worse. I hadn't realised they, like, drop 15 fucking characters off of these ones. I suppose that's a good thing. Especially when you realise how long some people's answers get. Is that right, TK?
I have no idea what you're talking about. None of my answers exceed 45 characters.
No, because there's 30 in this one.
Here we go.
Okay, let's do this.
We have a thing. What's the thing?
3 ways to stop yourself from crying at a Pixar movie.
Okay, this will be interesting. So we have
Don't fucking go. Or don't go, don't wash, damn it, it's raining indoors.
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
To be fair, if there's anyone who has a way of preventing it,
Ray gets all the points.
Ray gets every single juicy point.
It's all 6,000 of them.
Super juicy.
That are better
without
when they're
tearing up.
fast.
3 things that are better when they're fast: food, delivery, sex, Sonic the Hedgehog, fatal electrocutions, the
And now it's time to
post-curry
vote for
toilet
your
use.
favorite.
Ho, ho, ho.
As much as Sonic was winning it to start with, it kind of lost it towards the middle and end.
You'd rather have a much slower fatal electrocution.
I'd rather have fast food, fast delivery, and depending on how long I've got, fast sex.
Take a deep breath and behold the final score.
Final score. Cosmic. Oh, no.
Yay! Winner!
200 points.
Yes.
Boo. So, top answer of the game.
Yes.
Was.
A substitute for seaweed in a gas station sushi. That's not running the
Music.
music. Or,
It's because it's frozen.
it shouldn't be. It's on a PS4.
That doesn't mean it can't crash. It's a Jackbox game.
Remember, they want you to buy the PS5 now, so this is the Oops, It Broke patch.
Oops,
Yeah.
it broke patch. I mean,
Yes.
we're going to brick your console. Yeah, I love those patches that Sony put out. You may want to put a title card or us. There we go. Now you can fuck about with your profile.
I'll
I mean,
just close
there
the
was wasn't there the one that bricked the Wii when it first came out?
Every fucking console has had something. We've just launched an update. Excellent. Why is my console bricking? We're just
Why isn't it
rolling
working?
back this
Yeah.
update.
Here is the Wii U. By the way, this is an update patch that is 1 gig. Like, what?
That's the entire game then.
Yes.
1 gig. Wow, those are amateur numbers. It's like, here is your brand new game. Woo! It's so many gig. Woo! Now you get your day 1 patch. Oh,
Yeah.
it's the same size of the game, and you're on PS4. Yay! So it's twice the fucking size of your drive that you need. But why?
Because reason.
Also, we're installing, but you can play while it's installing, but you've got to the point where it can't.
No, you
go
can
anymore.
play a section. Do you want to know what
that's
that
on some
section
games.
is? That's the tutorial. If you're fucking lucky. I loved that feature when they first introduced it, and then I started playing more games, and it was a case of, hey, you know that demo of Final Fantasy X? Yeah, that's basically effectively what you're kind of playing. So you may as well fuck off for a couple of hours. Unlike, I don't know, what would be a good comparison? Deathspank. Here's a really free game that you can demo for.
That
okay.
was a game title.
Yeah, Deathspank.
Yeah.
Deathspank.
Good game as well.
Played the demo. I went, that's really fucking awesome. I'll buy it. There's a button in the game that said buy it. So I clicked it, I bought it. It then went, here's like 200 meg of unlock. You've already downloaded the game, have fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I did.
You normally just download an unlock key, which is like 100k,
Yes.
and bang, you're straight in.
Yeah.
And in early days of PS, it was like, yeah, fuck it. And I'm like going, okay. Your Flora, Flower, Flow, Deathspank. Mm-hmm. I kind of died off then because then it was like, oh yeah, we'll do it for, what was it? Costume Quest. And then suddenly they stopped doing it. And it was like, why? Because demos are bad.
Yes.
But why?
Because they
people don't
require
like them
extra
anymore.
coding. So people don't like making them. Boo.
Despite them being a really good way of advertising and selling a game because that worked.
Did you actually buy Costume Question?
No, I didn't bother with
Oh,
that
it worked
one.
so well then.
It was an interesting game, but it just didn't grab me, which was the shame.
Right, so let's see if this works.
Ooh.
Q N Z L
Oh, we're
is
going to get
your
Cookie Masterson.
no. Oh, because
Well, this is Jack Horse Party 6.
Quinzel.
4, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, this is the
Nah.
thing. They iterate on so many, and then they start introducing the new ones. Then they go back to the older ones. Hence the reason why the latest one has Jackbox 3.
You mean Quiplash 3?
Yeah, I know what I mean. Don't expect me to say it. I still at some point would like to see a living room filled for the devil in the detail. Because
Well, after COVID, we'll see if we can make it happen.
Yeah.
What is
That
the
game.
devil in the detail?
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
think I've ever
Basically,
played that one.
yeah, it's on the Reese one. Basically, the entire game is the school, the early morning school rush. Imagine you are part of a family who need to organise everything for an event.
Ah.
So everyone is trying to do different things at the same time, asking for help. And occasionally, people are going, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to do my own thing. I played it on Discord, and some people were like, nah. But it was like, this is absolute fucking chaos, and I love it. It's a team-focused game as well, so you play to win as a team goal.
What?
Because Rhubarb was coming.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Did you not read the Discord?
I did not see the Discord.
Sorry, Rue, you're going to have to hold
Cancel
it.
the game, restart it.
Cookie speaking.
I can.
Yes, do
wait,
it.
Sorry, that was my old
Oh,
job.
now he's going to have to cancel mid-flow.
Yes, he is.
Fine. We'll
You
cancel.
can't,
This is Fibbage.
you can't, you can't
Okay, a
cock block
4-player
someone.
game.
Says Hedgie.
Yeah, I don't cock block people. I might
TK is strangely being really quiet now.
I might cock shock some people, but I certainly don't cock block them.
That's because TK's having to concentrate on technical shit.
Nice. Nice. Zabam! Zed, Alpha, Bravo, Mike.
So if everyone could rejoin the game, please. Z,
Zabam!
Zulu, Alpha, Bravo, Mike. Which translates to TK doesn't read Discord.
There we go. Rue maybe. Yes.
Right. Okay, Discord watchers. Is everyone in?
shit if I could.
And TK is too busy having all the buttons on the screen.
I love how he says, I have all the buttons to push. Do you know how many of all the buttons he pushes?
This is what I get to see. Discord is somewhere behind this. I have to click things to see Discord. There you
Well,
go.
normally you say,
when we're
is there
starting
anybody
the-
else coming? And we say, yes,
He
no.
could close some tabs.
He could do. Yeah.
All important.
What? Get out.
He could scale
Half
the
of them.
tabs.
Half of them are for TigerTails Gaming, and the other half are for TigerTails Radio. So
I see.
I
Yeah,
need the
TK
tabs.
doesn't believe in bookmarks. TK believes in actual pages.
No, I've got the
I will
bookmarks.
flick through the page.
I
of
have
my
bookmarks.
monitor.
I have bookmarks as well for things that I'll need far in the future, and then I have more immediate bookmarks which I know I'm going to need in the next couple of weeks or so.
He also has his entire screen filled with fucking icons because
Find this fucking button.
Anyway, let's go, shall we?
Are we ready now then?
Yes.
we're just heckling it.
Yeah, we're all good.
This behind the scenes camera is quite handy actually.
Welcome to Fibbage. I'm Cookie, and I'm only doing this until my shoutcasting career takes off. You sure are a ragtag crew of misfits, but you know what? That might be just what this game of Fibbage needs. And if you're not playing, don't forget you can still join the audience. You can vote on decoy answers to trip up the players, and you get to take a shot at guessing the truth. Let's play.
It's game time.
Yes. Round one.
This is round one. You'll get 500 points for everyone you fool, and you'll net 1,000 for finding the truth.
Lie, you fool.
Ooh.
right,
Cosmo gets to choose
category.
the first
Inches.
theme.
Viagra. Japanese weapons.
Inches.
Future prediction. Smugglers blues.
Inches.
Future
Boo.
prediction.
All right,
Nostradamus.
question one. Jemima Packington has a special and unique skill. She claims she can predict the future by using blank. Type in your lies now.
It's great. We have no fucking context for this. I'm going to be fairly confident the lies are just going to be wild and bullshit because it's like...
In all fairness, so's the truth.
Okay, find the truth.
So we have crushed cans of drink, pixie dust, science and research, that's a lie, used tampons, asparagus, or the gaydar. I'm fairly sure the gays do not have the ability to predict the future aside from, well, he's gay.
We can predict many futures, just not the future.
All right, let's see what you guys
Asparagus.
picked.
That's no fairness what I went for, because that made me giggle.
Balls!
That was me.
Pixie dust. Yay!
Some points.
Which I need.
Asparagus! Hey!
I can predict the future of me eating asparagus, and it isn't pretty.
Amen to that. I hate asparagus.
I think I've only had it a couple of times. Usually at restaurants.
Hey, I got some thumbs up. Hey, thank you.
Clash! That's me.
Yes, it is you.
Fan request.
Last
Try to
wishes.
relax. Last wishes.
This-
Police equipment.
Awkward parties.
Isn't that all the ones we go to?
Fan request.
And the question is, during the 2016-2017 NHL season, the Arizona Coyotes made a plea to their fans to stop blank.
Supporting them.
Write your lies now.
Expecting them to win the Super Bowl.
Ooh, I should know this because oh no, this is NHL, not
Yeah.
NFL.
National Hockey League, isn't it?
Yes. There we go.
Okay, so that's nowhere near the truth. That's
All
fine.
right,
So
pick the truth.
we have peeing in the parking lot, stealing pucks, throwing things onto the ice, doing the wave, howling, or booing. My context for the Arizona Coyotes is
Coyotes.
get your coyote.
Coyotes.
Get your coyote. You've pulled a
I
dessert.
love this part.
Stealing pucks.
Oh, I very nearly went for that one.
Clash's lie.
It's a logical lie.
Howling.
Howling,
A popular answer.
but a lie.
Hey, it's a Cosmic's lie.
Oh, Cosmic's in the
Good
lead.
lying
possibly,
there,
maybe.
well fibbed.
Doing
Do
the
the
wave.
wave.
The truth.
Because we wouldn't want to ruin hockey's classy reputation.
The wave.
Brilliant.
I'm assuming they're meaning the Mexican.
The Mexican wave, yeah.
So Rue maybe with Cosmos. Happy Cosmos, then TK Tiger, then some other people. TK's Tigers chose
Evil Demons. Smuggler's Blues. Lost in Translations. Data Storage. Or Allergies.
Allergies in inverted commas.
So Satan.
Here's the question. The Kanamara Matsuri is an annual Japanese festival rooted in the legend of an evil demon. Luckily, the demon was defeated by blank.
Ooh.
All right, type in your lies.
I've been to Japan, so I technically have an advantage.
That's good. Do you know this particular festival?
No.
There we go. So potentially we're looking at beer, beer,
Okay,
or beer.
look for the truth and pick it.
So we have defeated by sex, defeated by a steel penis, by cherry blossoms, by kaiju flatulence, by having his penis chopped off, or by sex with a virgin. Some relatively good answers. It'll be interesting to
Okay,
see where
let's
we go.
take a look.
Having his penis chopped off.
It made me giggle. I chose it.
Sex with the Virgin.
Nice, thank you.
Obviously not.
Yeah, that's my
Big
line.
Tiger's line. Yeah. Cherry Blossoms.
Ooh, maybe.
Oh, I'm glad, because I nearly went for that one.
Ooh. Kaiju Flatulence. Oh.
We got fooled.
Not your finest effort.
The steel penis.
The demon lived inside a woman's vagina and kept biting off men's penises on their wedding night. Pretty standard stuff.
There's an interesting festival to have off that. Okay.
Hey, I'm last.
That's put me in second. Hey.
But it's round 2.
Yes.
Where the points
On
matter.
to round 2, where all point values are doubled.
Ooh.
This just in from Hollywood.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Yay!
I do so badly in this round.
Yep.
Celebrity tweet. In July of 2013, Twin Peaks director David Lynch tweeted, "Dear Twitter friends, the blank are running fast and free. Enter your lies now."
David Lynch. What did he say?
A lot of crap.
David Lynch is great.
Well, it's nice to know my answer was nowhere near the truth.
Yep. Twitter is a dangerous place because lots of people say things and then everyone think it's true.
Okay, here you go. Find the truth.
So, lies are running fast and free. Bison are running fast and free. Ideas are running fast and free. Bulls are running fast and free. Children are running fast and free. Or happy squirrels are running fast and free. Now the real question is he a pessimist? Is he an optimist? Is he a Twitter type person?
All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Lies.
It was a lie.
It was a lie indeed.
The clue was in the word.
Ideas.
Ah, Cosmic's lie.
It was a good lie.
Cosmos doing well. Bulls. You all got fooled by the
It was
way.
a load of bull.
Yep.
Would you believe...
Fucking happy squirrels.
No, I wouldn't. That's why I didn't vote for it.
Jesus Christ.
Well, damn it.
Yes.
Yep, and there they go.
Lies, ideas, bison, bulls, children.
That's a
Hey,
sentence.
it's me.
That's your Mad Lib for the day.
Oh, starting for hard work. No, he's not selecting that one.
Yeah.
Allergies.
Yeah.
Allergies.
And here it is. In 2015, a French court awarded a woman $900 a month in disability benefits because of her supposed allergic reactions to blank. Okay, enter your lies.
There we go.
It's going to be something really bullshit.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
All right, find the truth.
So, 2015. Supposed allergy to Emmanuel Macron. The scent of fresh bread. The French. Body odour. Her husband. Whiffy.
I've gone for the one that made me giggle. Even if it's wrong, I'm still a winner.
I went for the one that I could see.
Well,
I could see all 6 of them.
I can see all of them, so we'll see. So we have
I
Emmanuel
can only vote for one of
Macron.
5.
Yes.
Oh, there we are. All in.
All right, who picked what?
Wow, I'm surprised someone actually voted for that lie.
Wow.
Thank you.
TK in his novel. There we go. That's how you know. Whiffy. Balls.
The truth! It had to be!
Considering my download speed, she wouldn't get too sick at my place.
Just like, it had to be.
No,
That didn't help though, because everybody got it.
There was some believable bullshit in there, so... Right. Ooh,
Maybe.
Select the category.
Kidney secrets.
Just Canadian smells.
Smuggler's Blues.
Yes.
Okay, here's your question. In March of 2017, police arrested 2 guys in Spain for trying to smuggle 15 pounds of cocaine in blank.
So
All
the
right,
answer
type in
cannot
your
be their
lies.
cocks.
I'm guessing the answer's also not to the country.
The thing is like the title was clearly some sort of clue, but the question doesn't seem to have any reference to it.
Okay, take a look and find the truth.
So, we have smuggling 15 pounds of cocaine in pencil cases, fake bananas, a teddy bear, their dog's stomachs, a dog, a piñata. I think someone kind of might have maybe hit on it.
It's a 50-50.
Yeah. Either that or they're both in the same room and thought, fuck it, we'll throw them. We'll
Let's
throw the
see
hosts.
what everybody selected.
A dog.
Damn.
Yep, they were throwing.
Woohoo!
Oh, they took the bait on that one.
A piñata. Oh my god, we've all got fooled again.
For me, it was a toss-up between the dog and the dog's stomach.
Nobody thought of this.
Oh, I didn't read wrong either way.
Bananas.
Fine.
They were straight.
No, that's okay. Happy Cosmos.
Oh, I got up to third.
Cosmic is in the lead. I need to do well here.
Final fibbage.
Welcome to the final fibbage. It's your last chance at points, and it's worth triple. Don't blow it.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Albert Einstein once claimed that his second greatest idea after the theory of relativity was to put blank in blank. Type in your lies now.
Ooh.
I can't remember how bullshit his actual thing was when he said this.
Okay, I'm going to answer with one that no one's going to pick because it's an obvious lie, but it made me giggle.
I think most are going to be an obvious lie,
Yeah.
but I've got a feeling the actual truth is quite bullshitty answer.
Oh, mine is very obviously a lie.
Who are we waiting for?
I am now seeking pity votes.
Pity votes.
I don't want Cosmic to win.
Ooh, hey, here we go.
I don't mind if Cosmic wins.
Okay, which one's the truth?
So, put pigs in blankets, his penis in a vagina, yeast in bread, his verb in your 9, hello TK, an egg in soup, cereal in milk. The question is, how trolly was he?
I think, well, considering he was famous for basically his favourite picture of himself was him with his tongue out. So
I've gone with random select.
random select. I didn't see that one here.
Okay, so we will.
Let's see how
go
things
through.
shook out.
Yeast in bread.
Oh, that hasn't happened yet. So
Hey, Cosmic's life.
my random select hasn't shown up yet.
So Cosmic is in the lead. Cereal.
My random select has still not shown up yet.
That was me.
I'm getting concerned. There it is.
Egg in soup.
Oh, it's my answer.
Yes, I got it.
So that I... My random select.
I was like, that was something that was like, yeah, that's just a weird enough.
Oh,
I got second. Well done, Cosmic.
Yay! Oh, I got the best one. Yay!
Well done.
And now we get the awesome song.
Yes.
So winner, Happy Cosmos. Most likes.
Me. Yes.
So likes.
Worst liar. Rue, maybe.
Only 4 people once.
Most
Most gullible.
gullible.
Clash. I believe 6 lies. Least liked.
liked.
Clash.
Best lie. Me.
A dog.
Yes. Missing even new phone. Happy Cosmos.
As I try to figure out what you're at, I answer carefully.
Have you seen that? They're advertising number 7 down below.
Yes, they always
Yes,
advertise.
good.
Yeah, they do.
Now.
Yeah, they
already
advertise
own
those.
it.
Yeah,
And what's the other one? World's Best Grandpa.
Oh,
Roommate.
yeah,
10 years running. Hey. Well done, Roommate.
that was entertaining. And backing music. Hello, backing.
All of the backing music there for a second.
Hey.
I put that way too high.
The backing music went, you've not noticed me for a while.
Notice me!
Bye.
Ah, that was fun.
That was a lot of silly. Oh, dear.
I'm thinking maybe if we get enough people next week, maybe do like a massive Jackbox-a-thon for the whole show.
We'll see. It's episode 52 next week.
Yeah, it's the last show next week.
If you want to join in, you can do so. We will be Monday 8:30.
As usual.
With potentially Jackbox starting quite swiftly on the last show. We'll see. But it will be the last one, so
for a while.
Overrun, we might not. There may be content.
There may not.
If you want to join us, you can find us on YouTube under TigerTails Radio. If you're interested in our gaming stuff, we have TigerTails Gaming on YouTube, which does streams live on Friday, 8:30. Usually games that kick my ass, sometimes games that are where TK kicks my ass, and very rarely where we sit and watch TK play Blitzball. Because
and nothing else.
Well, he played the ending of the game.
I beat the game first and then had some celebrationary Blitzball.
Went back and played Blitzball again to add to his 200.
So what you're saying is an excuse for him to play Blitzball, but he had to find a way in order to get it in there.
Yeah, that was very much the entirety of Final Fantasy X for TK.
Yeah,
but yeah, so the games that kick my ass on Fridays, and then on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, depending on real life, it is Stream and Chill, where I've been making my way through Vagrant Story with TK heckling in the background. I don't know if I'll finish it this session.
I was going to say, you need to finish it though. You do need to beat the game, because how disappointing would that be if you get most of the way through and then stop?
If I stall at the same place, well...
You mean like you did?
Sonic Adventure 2. But if I stall at the same place, I'll be most pissed off, and then I will have to resort to a guide. But I've worked my way through. I know.
Guides are fine. Guides are a valid option.
Final Fantasy VIII, entirely with guide. which was irrelevant because I over-leveled my character. So it's like, oh, it's a boss, plume. Oh, it's another boss, plume.
Bleh. Bleh.
Oh, it's the sorceress fight. I remember this being difficult. Squish. Squish.
Now,
squish, squish, squish.
Have you done your homework yet?
My homework?
Yes, for Done and Dusted.
Oh, you mean the...
Episode 2.
Episode 2, yes, I did say this to you.
Hurrah! Yeah. In that case, we can play the jingle.
We can play the jingle and see how bad they are.
Where the cast of TigerTails Radio review stuff badly. This is Done and Dusted.
So this is the BBC's version.
BBC
series
in conjunction with HBO and Bad Wolf Media.
Of His Dark Materials.
His Dark Materials.
Yeah. And this is season 2, so technically book 2.
Yes.
Which
the
is
subtle
the subtle knife. But not actually, because editing reasons. So...
Does that mean when you get stabbed by it, you just go, ooh?
No, you really don't.
No, you really don't.
It's not very subtle.
As you find out in episode 4.
Quick recap. Season 1 is book 1 and the start of book 2. Season 2 throws you into the middle, to the beginning, to the middle of book 2. So coming into this for the last episode was interesting because effectively it was like Lyra, the main character from book 1, walks into the world between worlds, where her world meets another world just before hitting our world, where she meets Will.
Will is a lovely chap.
Apparently the BBC series does not like dealing with cliffhangers. Because I was only part way through the beginning of second episode when I went, didn't they end episode 1 with all the fucking hair? Where the hell did that go? I don't know.
The hair.
The town has a weird fucky thing that fucks over pubescent people. In this episode, we're going back to Will's world. What? Hello? Build up, build up, build up. Tense of suspension. We're going back to Earth. What? I only twigged a short while after because I was going, oh, okay, I'll watch the episode. This is not too bad. Hold on. There's a continuity error here. But that's okay. The book series is bullshit anyway, so...
Is it?
Oh, you've not seen any of the third book. So this episode... For me, having read the first book and part of the second book, it's a little bit hard to get my head around, purely because of how they've paced it. This is a slow-paced start of season, and a slow-paced...
It was never a full action series anyway.
No, well, towards the end of the first book, the action picks up, because, war. Potentially, this could be having the same pacing towards the end. Because,
I mean, they are an episode short because of COVID. So
yeah.
It was supposed to be an 8-episode run. It's now only a 7-episode run.
Yeah, but potentially they're leading into another battle because in this episode you have the Magisterium, which is like the religious nut jobs. Oh boy, the religious nut jobs. suddenly going, we must burn the witches because women.
No, because they...
No, I saw the judgment scene. It was, why are we burning the witches? Women. Oh yeah, they do magic. You all literally have things you call fucking demons next to you.
That's not magic.
In an entire universe where that is normal, and you're going, but they know magic and they know the secrets of the universe. There's an entire university in Oxford where they go, the secrets of the universe. Wibbledy wibbledy dust, wibbledy wibbledy.
It's because the actual secrets of the universe contravene what the Magisterium say the secrets of the universe are.
Yeah.
And they can't have the dissenting opinion.
Third book.
No, got to the third book yet, have we? It's an adaptation of
I know.
the second.
I know, but it's really bad.
Slow the fuck down.
The third book is an adaptation of the second.
No, the third book is where it goes, hey, you know those first two books? Here's why they're fucking batshit crazy. By the way, this book is batshit crazy. Because in the first book, dust is referred to as original sin. In the second book, we come to Earth. We meet a physicist who is studying dark matter. So therefore, we then make the connection, and so does Lyra, that it's the same thing. Dust is dark matter. This particle in physics that is referred to as a shadow particle can't be seen. They have a specific machine that clearly was not ripped from a set of Doctor Who in any way, shape or form. That she went, we're doing tests, and we were pumping it through inanimate objects, and then we were pumping it through, man-made objects. And then on a whim, I pumped it through me!
Oh, God.
Credible scientist, credible scientist, credible scientist.
That's what credible scientists do. They experiment.
Test them on themselves.
Credible scientist, I wish to test this.
Yeah, they
shit.
do.
I will test it on me. You're dead now. But effectively, this was her test with dark matter, and it reacted to her being in a mental state, because this is like in the middle of the episode, so like a
trance-like state almost.
Yeah, a trance-like state where suddenly it communicated. So Lyra then decides to communicate with it, and it's effectively another atheometer.
A lethiometer.
And she convinces it to bring the shapes forward off the atheometer so that she can read it still.
Bring the shapes forward. Are you playing the little kids game?
Well, it's fundamentally, this is a particle, a theoretical particle in physics that, one, we've seen the difference of when plugging into my head. This is from the physicist's point. And then we plug a girl in, and it then starts doing batshit crazy shit. And at no point did anyone hit fucking record.
So is this
a
science fiction book or a fantasy book?
It's both. Now, in the meantime, we have the major character of book 2, which is the other character of this that goes through this trilogy,
Will.
which is Will, who has been discovered to be a murderer, but a good murderer, because apparently context of what murder is missing on Lyra, who is actually intelligent.
Ah.
Well, don't forget, she's not from this world, and so our definitions don't necessarily tie in with her definitions.
No. But
over
murder,
here, we would call it manslaughter.
Yeah, we would call it manslaughter, but you wouldn't necessarily run around going, but it's good murder.
Well, she was trying to not hurt his feelings by calling him a murderer.
Yeah, because apparently there aren't other words to, you killed someone. I still have this...
He did kill someone, but he didn't mean to kill the person. The person was attacking him.
Yes.
It was in self-defense.
I feel this slight disconnect with what I remember from book 1 of what she was. Because it's literally...
Don't forget, you're trying to...
brand new world.
You didn't watch Series 1, which was a silly thing to do. You should have watched Series 1. You'd have got all of the context you need, because the context from the book won't necessarily tie into a television adaptation.
Which is a shame. But yeah, so she immediately, upon entering an entirely new world, run head screaming into a car. But that's okay, she skinned her knee. Because famous 5. Then go into Oxford and then realise it's not her Oxford, and it's like...
Your Oxford's different.
You literally have gone from your world to another world, and now you're going to a third world, and you're now coming to the realisation it's not like your world.
Hello.
IQ on the fucking floor.
A child.
This is why I prefer the books. It was like child, but at least intelligent, mostly. But Will, who has his own backstory a little bit more developed, starts to realise there's been some funky shit because suddenly he's got a trust.
Ooh.
Suddenly he's got grandparents because his father's disappeared. But that's okay. He's being stalked by the police and some random creepy guy, who we then get context in this episode for why he's some random creepy guy. But they're not stalking him specifically, they're stalking him for his letters between his parents.
Are you speaking to the same gentleman that's stalking him who also saw Lyra in the
who
museum?
runs into the museum?
Yes,
who's creepy
if
stalking
you'd
guy.
find out in the first season, had you bothered watching it, that he is part of the Magisterium.
Yes, he is part of the Magisterium because he turns up in the courtroom because clearly walking between worlds is so fucking easy.
He found a door.
Yeah, we found a door.
It's the same one that Will used to get to the World Between Worlds.
Yeah, yes, and yet at no point do they go, we need to stop this kid. We need to capture these kids. What should we do? What should we do to capture these kids? Put a guard on that door.
Well, Creepy Dude was keeping that door a secret.
Yes. Well, this is the other thing, because it's...
He wanted to protect it from the Magisterium because he'd get in so much shit.
Middle World is like a buffer and has its own shit that should get developed in the second book. Lyra's world has its own shit that you realise in book 3, and Will's world is our world, where basically we went... Meh! That's how it feels like. We have random characters who get dragged from our world into this because the physicist obviously wants to travel. Well, the atheometer advises that she should be prepared to travel because she's special. It feeling like a lot of the fate, chosen one. It's a lot of this, and then when you know the themes of the books, it's very... It's hard because when you read the book you can build the characters from how you interpret the words, and it's fantastic. When someone decides to go, I will now get person to act this out, you then get child with the intelligence of an ant. But I think for me, I still have issues with the actress chosen for Miss Coulter, because I feel she lacks presence entirely. Because every time I see her, it feels like she's just slouching through everything, and I just like... Presence!
She played a far more active role in the first season.
But then that's fine, because she's apparently manipulating the priesthood in order to get her own way being getting her daughter, because reasons, and, you know, prophecies thrown in there as well. But that's okay, because the priesthood is... Well... There's a protagonist out there that... Yeah, third book.
Enough said.
Yeah, third book. But there is a not protagonist, antagonist. There is an antagonist in this to a degree. But this episode was kind of leading to the fight in Lyra's world between the Magisterium and the witches. When I say fight, they firebomb the woods.
Oh.
Because they want to eliminate the witches because they know the secrets, or they have access to the secrets of the universe, and then they're getting stroppy. Ignoring, you know... Well, they're also tying them in with Lord Asriel.
Well, this is why Asriel's a wanted man as well, because he was talking about dust. Dust is a forbidden topic. That's why dust is original sin.
And they want to eliminate all original sin.
Because it contradicts the teachings of the Magisterium, therefore it cannot be allowed to be.
Third book. So there is a antagonist, that will suddenly appear. I'm just going to be interested to see how they merge third book, because I got a feeling they're going to do the same thing to 2 as they did to 1, which is they'll pull bits of book 3 forward.
Don't know, because it happened throughout the whole season in series 1.
Yeah. They had to, because they were trying to tie Will in without having to go, by the way, here's a second character that you need to like. He's a murderer. Okay, we relate. It's an accidental murder. It's fine. They're just looking for letters and scaring his mum. Re-relate. Yeah. This is trying to lead into, I'm going to guess, the fight in Lyra's world that's going to be continuing. There is some instance that will happen in our world, because there are some revelations that will occur, but more importantly within the middle world is the subtle knife. And there's been very subtle references, and by subtle I mean the characters don't fucking notice it, but obviously as fans we immediately see the sign and go, you're fucking blind. He's really important. There's a symbol for a knife. What could that mean? Is he gonna get a knife? Yes he is. Yes, he is. But don't worry, that's going to happen in the creepy-ass middle world with the scary hair that we ignored in episode 1.
Alright, well, the scary hair, as you call it. Is it the snatches they're called?
It's whatever the
the
bad shit is that deals with adults, because
I think it's the snatches.
Yeah, it's some bizarre shit. But it's not. It doesn't feel like it's important enough to mention for the second book, because you bounce between the worlds and you bounce between the plot elements before you then hit, because the whole thing is like this very science clashing with the religion nut jobs. There is also magic and esoteric stuff going on as well. Lots of talk of soul, lots of references in third book that I can't talk about. And the whole idea of multi-universes, multi-dimension, the Higgs boson bridge, all of that lovely science stuff. Which is really...
I've just noticed I've got the camera zoomed out all the way this week.
Yes, you have. So we've got all of the bookshelf.
Yeah. And all of my Lion King collection. Well, some of my Lion King collection on display.
Yes, but it's not like we've subtly said that you're a Lion King fan. But I will give episode 3...
Why are you pointing at a giant tiger when saying that?
Probably that's why.
Oh, no, it's watching the YouTube feed. It's a bit delayed.
I will give episode 3 a try and see how that goes. I do have a feeling they're probably going to push stuff from book 3 in, because the hard thing is, as opposed to some other series, it's like, here are the protagonists, here is the goal, here's the antagonist, and you can't, especially in season 2, the antagonist hasn't really gone boogie boogie boogie, hasn't really come out. It's all manoeuvring in the background, whereas the two kids have gone fucked off and playing with traffic, it feels. Which is why I think the pacing is a bit slow for the first 2 episodes. Hopefully, it improves and we start moving towards goals.
I will say episodes 3 and 4 definitely have some plot.
Good.
And I'll be watching episode 5 once we finish the stream. Because that aired last night.
Yeah.
So how old is this? How old is series 1?
The TV
2, 3 years old?
series, yeah.
No, actually, it can't be that old, because they had to
recent.
film them concurrently, because obviously the actress playing Lyra is growing up.
Because they are pre-teen, supposedly.
2018, was it, his Dark Materials?
The book Subtle Knife was 1997. The Amber Spyglass was 2000. The Northern Lights, the one with the film, 1995. So
there's 4 books in the series?
3.
It's a
There
trilogy.
is another trilogy, apparently.
So what is the Golden Compass then?
That's the
Northern
first book.
Lights.
Okay.
It's Northern Lights is what the book was called until they then went the Golden Compass, which is the aethiometer.
I see.
And
So
of
it got
course,
changed?
Well, same with like Zootropolis.
I see.
We'll call it different shit, because who would go to a film called Northern Lights? No one would understand what that reference was for, except all the fans of the book. But that's okay. We'll adapt to young author novels. It's fine. You know, we've got the fucking, what was it? The Machine City one.
Oh, thingy engines. Mortal engines.
Mortal Engines. Mortal Engines, we'll just adapt that one. So, you know, one of the major characters is a horrifically scarred girl. What shall we do? We'll lightly scar this girl's face.
Okay. Sunday the 3rd of November 2019 was when the first episode aired.
Ooh.
Or at least that's when it was last on.
Yeah.
They
They do whittle through them quite quickly.
It's on BBC iPlayer at the moment. Available now.
It's
got very good theme music, I must say.
Yeah, it's a very good theme that does kind of spoil a lot of the plot tropes and plot elements. But yeah, so I'll give 3 a try, and I'll see if I can continue through it. Because the other thing that I have been watching quite religiously is The Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
On my Disney Plus account.
Yeah, on his Disney Plus.
You have the Disney Plus account?
Yes, my Disney Plus
his
account.
Disney Plus. And so I've been keeping up with that. I binged season 1, really enjoyed it. We're now on to season 2. Holy shit, the fucking references.
What kind of references?
The kind of references that Star Wars fans want.
Oh, I
so,
see.
you know,
Okay.
you remember that film that was really good? Here's a reference to that. You remember that TV show that was really good? Here's a reference to that. You remember that game that was really good, which had a thing in it that was really blew your mind then? Yeah, here's a reference to that. Rather than, hey, the Emperor's back. Fuck you all. By the way, there's a training montage of her waving a sword at a rock. Now she can use a lightsaber.
And that is the face of the true Star Wars fans. I was like, what?
No. Plot. Character. No apparent reason for any of future shit that they do. So, can suddenly fly a ship proficiently. Can fight proficiently. Understands power that has no experience of in a way that they can deal with superior force. Now, people will say, well, Luke, when he first came in, he had that whole thing. No, Obi-Wan got his shit kicked in by Vader. Luke didn't wave a fucking lightsaber at Vader in any way, shape or form. The next film, he'd actually paid off some training because we clearly see that. Oh, but he was a really good pilot. Yes, Luke Skywalker was very much said to be a good pilot through the beginning of the film. And then also the Force, so, you know. And then the prequels where it was like, by the way, here's Jesus. we can just about forgive midichlorians. Fuck you all.
Yes.
Jar Jar Binks died of fire. But that's okay. We can make you all forgive all of that. How can you do that? Prequel films. Fucking... People are all sat there going, yeah, but the prequel films... At least they were... the sequel films weren't the prequel films. I've actually heard some interesting comments about this, because it was like, there's a lot of the TV stuff that came out after it, like the Clone Wars and things like that, fill the universe out quite well, which is really good fun. And I'm enjoying going through that. Really late, but I'm enjoying going through that. And they pull stuff from the alternate universe in. They've kind of suggested that maybe this is what Mandalorian is setting up, because we've already got the rumours of retconning the sequel films, setting up actually having, you know, some good films, because they're making references to beloved characters, beloved situations, and tying shit together. So characters that were introduced in TV and films and stuff are being put in there logically into the universe. You know, it's not, oh, by the way, the Emperor's back. It's like, well, here's a toy that appeared in... if you've not watched it, you need to see it. Here's a thing that's really important from a different series. Oh, and here's a person who from that series who's really important that's looking for that thing. Oh, and here's a reference and name drop for something huge. And then in the most recent one, it was a case of, oh yeah, well, fuck it, we're just gonna drop down some troopers, and I just sit there and go, yay! Oh, but yeah, the most recent one we have is Mandalorian turning up on a planet to plonk Grogu, because they gave him a name, on a rock to potentially, maybe, possibly find a Jedi to train him. Which could be fucking anybody, let's be honest. But he did like the Force fucking whirlwind beacon job. In the meantime, some other fuckwit decides to turn up. That fuckwit being, you know, Boba Fett. Okay, hi, I'm here. Well, you're not looking for the kid. No, I'm not looking for the kid. Give me back my fucking armor. A legitimate reason for him to be there. Okay. And then, of course, you know, the Empire turn up, stormtroopers turn up, there's a lot of shit kickery that happens. Boba Fett kicks the crap out of people. So you then go, yeah, he is a hard ass. And of course, there's then the turning point, which is Grogu gets kidnapped by the Empire. Mando now has to get a crew together to find Grogu for the end of Season 2, for whatever the reason they're getting Grogu for. Which could be clones, could be clone Jedi, could be clone Super Troopers. We're not entirely sure. There's a lot of theories going around, which, when you talk about Star Wars, is a lot better than what happened with the fucking film. Sorry, it's like, here's my theory. It's shit. Okay. Here's the reason why no one ever rammed a ship with another ship in hyperspace. Ever. Until that point in that film, where an entire fleet of fully armed Star Destroyers saw it turn and couldn't blow the fucking thing out the sky before it went to hyperspace.
It was like, yeah, ramming another ship in hyperspace, I imagine would be very difficult because trying to actually coordinate efforts in order to hit them together would be
Try
tricky.
to coordinate an entire fleet of trained naval officers on advanced spaceships to hit a target that's coming towards you in a straight line.
Not through hyperspace though.
Before it went into
Ah,
hyperspace.
before it went into.
Remember, this is bullshit plot stories. It's like,
this ship is here. Men, target and fire. How do we do that? Well, you know that thing where you target something and then press the fire button? Do that.
that's fine. I mean, we've already got plenty of things where you sit there and you go, oh yeah, the trained Jedi didn't realise that it was a force projection of Luke on the planet. That's fine. They just stormed a bunch of plebeians into it. Was like, why the fuck are we even bothering with this tiny rebel force? They can do nothing. But apparently this small group of fuckwits are really dangerous, but nah. Oh, wait, we have an entire room full of the most well-trained, weapon-based opponents around Snook. And we'll have a fight with two lightsaber-wielding Jedi kind of people, because it'll be awesome. Except none of it is well choreographed. All of the red guys are really fucking shit, and you deliberately see them ignoring every opportunity to kick the living shit out of both the main protagonists because they were told not to.
And what film or series is that in?
This is still Star Wars.
Which film?
This is the last one. The fight. The
oh,
fight
the Last Jedi.
Yeah, the fight against the... Well, no, that was the second one. The last one, I've
The Return of Sky... Oh, yes. The Legend of Skywalker?
Legend of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, let's not talk about
I have seen the original trilogy and The Phantom Menace. I have seen half of Episode 3, which I can't remember the name of, because it's something like Vader or something like that.
Well, the original trilogy is pretty much classic. The prequels, the first one is a bit hard to get the way through because of the massive amounts of fucking CG. The second one is a little bit better.
No, it's much worse.
What's the third one called?
I don't
know. I can't remember now.
The Revenge of Anakin.
But that one did have some horrendous cheesy lines.
I tried to watch that one, but I was like, this guy is so emo, he makes Shadow look like a happy-go-lucky flower girl.
Yes, because they had to try and find a way of writing a guy to turn to the dark side by making him kill people or witness people getting killed, his mother, and then go with the worst line, but they killed them! The women! The children! It's not your fault, actor. I can't remember the name of.
Hayden Christensen.
It's just you were given a shitty script.
Yes. Yeah. And ordered to look terrible. It was like, remember, everything's terrible. Like, But
yeah, Mandalorian. Really, really recommend it. Really recommend it if any way, shape or form a Star Wars fan, or even not, because this basically goes, yeah, it's like Wild West set in Star Wars universe. So you don't need to have the references. It's all fucking cool anyway. And I think the worst thing is this most recent episode started it, finished it. Where the fuck did all the time go? It was like, action. It's like, done. No, stop it. I have to wait a motherfucking week. Because you aren't Netflix, Disney. You aren't Netflix. Don't do this.
And I think we've overrun again.
That's fine.
They like to string you out.
Yeah.
Well, we've got one more show.
Join us.
We have one more show.
Yeah, we
52,
do.
52, where potentially we're going to overrun.
Yeah.
And then we'll be into hiatus. So there will be the prep, because 2021, we won't be coming back immediately in January, because TK will be crying over cables. TigerTails.
Never a true word has been spoken, by the way.
TigerTails Gaming potentially will be. We will be doing a podcast.
He says
monthly
this.
podcast.
He has not yet at all approached me about this.
We may.
Aside from him speaking on the show about it.
Yes,
we apparently
he's announcing all this
we will.
publicly. But he's not actually come to us privately to have any form of discussion about this yet.
Oh, here we go. So, for January, we'll be doing a podcast.
I'd like to see this happen. I really would. In January.
Yes.
When the studio is likely going to be in pieces.
Well, so long as we got mics and we can record audio, that's fine.
Oh my god.
Oh, we got enough audio equipment. We
do.
But the idea for that is, instead of on the show going over topics, we'll do like a monthly topic, and I've already got some stuff that I'm going to throw at these guys. And thankfully, it's stuff they can go bring stories, references, and opinions.
And are you going to be the one editing this shit? Just out of wonderment here.
If you want me, I'm good at editing audio. Give it to me. I can edit audio. Give it to me. I can edit audio really well.
We've got an editor now.
Yes, I can edit audio.
Well, that's fine.
I have edited 30 audiobooks so far. I'm pretty good at editing audio.
That's fine. We've got an audio. So
yeah, but you're very good at editing audio that's recorded on your equipment.
As long as it's audio, I can do it.
You struggled when it was audio recorded on this equipment.
Well, yeah, because you're terrible at recording audio.
Oh god, they're into a couple moment.
That's the thing.
Pouting. Flick your camera on, TK. Flick your camera on.
Oh, god then.
There we go.
Pouting. No,
So
that's not bother.
Flick the camera off because we can see YouTube.
Yes, you can see behind the scenes. Oh, YouTube. Ooh. Look, it's the stream. Oh, it doesn't matter a fucking thing. Cosmic's saying, maybe Hedgie could edit the audio. Is he any good at audio editing? He's alright. That's the
I'm
PS4.
very good at audio editing. Thank you
TigerTails
very
Gaming
much.
will
10
continue.
of my audiobooks have 5-star ratings. That's 1/3.
TigerTails Gaming
Most of your star ratings, though, are coming from spam bots.
Yeah, true.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
TigerTails Gaming will continue after a small break.
That's the person that basically created the book. All I did was voice it. I didn't know they were going to do that.
You basically work with scammers.
Earliest the radio will be coming back is late February, beginning of March. Because obviously the other thing that we're going to be waiting for is the contract for the house, because we moved in February this year. So fingers crossed, the landlady is like, well, you've been locked in the house for a year.
Yes.
Don't think I'm going to get anyone else to move in somehow, current times. Would you like to stay? And we'll go, yes, we would, because we don't want to be homeless.
I thought it was a rolling contract afterwards.
I thought it was, but we've not heard anything from the landlady.
Well, you wouldn't if it's a rolling contract. It just rolls.
I would like for there to be some recognition that we live here.
It's called the council tax bill.
I really get worried when landlords are like, oh yeah, it's fine. I don't need to check on the house. I don't need to check on you.
You do remember where we used to live, right?
Yes, where we had the landlady who didn't bother until
No,
we
where
said
we
shit.
used to live.
Oh no, you literally had the landlord next door. It was a case of, yeah, I know what those people are.
But it wasn't next door. It was in Chandler's Ford.
Yeah.
No, Chilworth.
Oh,
But
Chilworth, sorry.
Yeah.
He had his agents, I'm sure, but it wasn't like he couldn't find you.
Well, the irony being that we changed the lock to the house.
Yeah, and he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think he knew.
Well,
Like, we gave him back the keys for the new lock.
Let's be honest, there were 2 doors into that place.
No, there weren't. There was one.
There was one. The other one didn't have a key at all.
Yeah.
There
was there's no way to get in there.
The other one you didn't have a key for. Whether or not there wasn't a key is
Well,
another thing
even if there
entirely.
was, opening it would reveal nothing. It would be like, if it was a push door, there was no way you would get in.
Yeah, because I put my bookcase in front of it.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Whilst
loads of other stuff.
Once you have moved in, yes.
Well, I don't really care about it when I'm not moved in.
Yes.
No, well, thankfully it's been torn
besides the
down
fact that
for a
they went-
restaurant.
Yeah, and they as soon as they probably started, they went, yeah, you kind of have to stop.
Yeah, you know that budget you had put aside for the extending the restaurant? Yeah, now it's got to go into keeping alive because of COVID.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
So now it's just sitting there going,
Probably. Well,
It's like, oh no, you kicked us out just before a pandemic. Don't you feel stupid?
yeah,
look at that regular rent you could have been having.
all being good, TigerTails Radio is probably going to be late February, early March.
Well, it depends, because if we're pushing to get this podcast out, it's probably going to be a slight bit earlier, because the studio will be built again.
Well, like I said, we just need to have some audio, and plugging things into a thing to record audio is easy enough.
Yeah, but we need the audio to sound good. We need to provide Hedgie the goodest source as possible so he can edit it.
Much like grammar, TK's a bit of an audio Nazi.
Well, no, just TK knows how fucking hard it is to edit audio, especially when you get a lot of shit audio.
Well,
but we won't be doing. We won't be.
You've got. Sorry.
We won't be doing stuff over Christmas and early January because this will be our break time. Because
no, it'll be your break time. It'll be me tearing the studio down time.
Well, yeah, then TK does get obsessive about playing with cables.
As long as we have good show notes and we don't end up sort of as long as we take a small, brief amount of time between topics, I'll be able to put segues in.
I'm doing one topic of fucking podcast. I am not doing multiple topics. Fuck that.
I think we might be worth doing multiple topics. Because otherwise we'll be stretching out a topic to far too long.
Well, there's enough stuff in the general topics I've been looking at to have things, because even if I go, tell us a story, we'll be there for fucking hours. Especially with Hedgie in the room. Tell us a story.
Could have been a story, not mum.
We'll leave you there, Hedge. We'll be back in an hour. You can edit that down.
What is it? You record about 3 hours of audio for about 1 hour of actual podcast.
Put it this way. Sonic Adventure was completed in less than 10 hours, and I'm still editing it down to 10
Yes, but you're
minutes.
editing also video as well as audio.
Yes, it's shocking how much video I can edit out when I start focusing on the bits I talk over. And if I ignore the swearing, if I remove the swearing, it's even less. And if I remove the criticism of the game, it's even less. In fact, if I remove the negativity out of the Sonic Adventure 2 video...
There is no video.
There is no second fucking half, I'll tell you that.
It's like, you just need to know how to mould it. It's like, if you're trying to play football with a crystal, you're not going to be able to score goals.
I'm not playing football with a crystal. I was playing Sonic fucking Adventure 2 with an entire level over a bottomless pit.
Yes.
With twitchy controls where if I push forward, that apparently is a suggestion for go right.
You've got to know how to caress the stick.
Physics is a suggestion in that game. I see you want to go up a slight slope. We'll stop then. I see you want to roll downwards. Let's slow down.
Yeah, that's one thing that always annoyed me about the Sonic 3D series. It's, hey, here's gravity. It doesn't exist. Let's walk up this ramp.
And
let's slow down and stop when rolling down a hill.
I've just edited this particular section. Let's have a section where there's an uphill ramp towards a door that's slowly closing down. Only the roll that you need to use to get through the door will slow you down, so you stop at the fucking door every time.
Well, that's rolling uphill, so of course you'd stop.
No, you did not witness me re-record that fucking section 3 fucking times because of recording problems. But no, I have problems with certain level design mechanics that they throw in.
I think before we end up like bleeding into other ideas, we should basically stop where we are
the
now.
Final level.
Okay.
I get the feeling that this might be the subject of the first podcast.
Thankfully, no. Gaming is one area I want to look at, but no, I think it's a comfortable topic we can deal with.
Let's agree that we will end it here, and we will allow people to get on with their lives.
Are we agreeing to end it?
I have said nothing to this. However, I've also said nothing to the contrary.
Like a politician, only with hair.
Yes, lots of hair.
And a potbelly. Oh, wait.
You dissing the belly.
Fine. So we'll need to...
We haven't said that we'll actually stop. We haven't said that we'll keep going. We'll basically decide that we should keep going but stop also.
Chris Tarrant?
Chris Tarrant trying to do Rule 6, I think.
So... This has been TigerTails Radio, Season 12, Episode 51. We will be back Monday.
For the final show of the season!
Final show of the season. So we need to do a round of good night. So we'll start with TK.
So it's a good night for myself, TK.
Good night from myself, Xavier Wolf.
And it's a good night from me, Hedgie.
And on that note, thank you very much for watching and listening to this episode of TigerTails Radio. Join us next week for the final show of Season 12.
Join us.
But until then, It's night-night, everybody. Night-night.